Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we have my traditional format deck profile for you guys. So this is what I'm going to be playing in FARFA'S traditional format tournament, his traditional competition, of course. And so I am going to be playing Cyber Orcust, but the one that I actually played a very long time ago when Bardiche was a thing, so it would have access to Fogblade and all that, so I played this back then, and my whole goal was to end on Infinity, 2 Fog Blades, and then like a loaded graveyard. But with all the banned cards and other stuff like Go Through and Magical Scientist, I have access to so many more amazing plays, and this is the result of that. So this is my Cyber Orcust deck profile for FARFA'S traditional format in the May 2020 MR5 traditional format. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't like the video, then hit the dislike button twice just to be sure, and let's get right into the video. So first off, we are running 3 of the main guys, Cyber Dragon himself. So you want Cyber Dragon in the deck because of not only machine duplication, but Nasher and other cards, and it's also fodder to discard. So it's definitely an amazing card, definitely a 3 of. We also have triple Cyber Dragon Core. Oddly enough, Core isn't even the best out of the Cyber Dragons in this deck. But Core is still absolutely amazing. It searches Cyber Solar Trap, and I think that this card is nuts. Next up, we have, of course, 2 Cyber Dragon Hers, because hers is once again not the best over here. You don't want to be over seeing all of these stuff, so I cut down hers to 2. And then, of course, the best Cyber Dragon in this deck would be Cyber Dragon Nasher, because it does not take your normal summon and it loads your Orcust cards into the graveyard. And, of course, Dingirsu has 2100 defense, so you can special summon back the Dingirsu with Nasher. So it's definitely an insane card. And for the final Cyber Dragon, we have 2 of the Cyber Dragon Veer, so you can chain block Core. And also, it's important to have 2 monsters on the field so you can go into your Nightmare package in the deck. So Veer accomplishes that very successfully. Next up, we have 2 Galaxy Soldier, because Galaxy Soldier is one of your easiest ways to go into Infinity, and it's an absolutely amazing card. For the hand traps, we have 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, 2 Effect Veiler, 2 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, and 1 Max C. So, first of all, I really like this lineup because Veiler isn't once per turn, and it's also a light monster, so that synergizes a bit. Ogre is also it stops your opponent's Halki Fireback, so they can't go into Link Cross. Ash is just Ash, so that's very self-explanatory. And Maxi is going to be a hell of a card in this format because there's going to be so much spamming over here. And I'm one of those people who believes that Maxi should be at 3 because I feel like it's an amazing card and we deserve to have it again. So definitely free the Maxi. Comment down below if you agree, because yeah, Maxine. Okay, so up next for the Orcust package, we have 1 Gizmek Orochi. You can send this off of Nightmare. We have 2 Symbol Skeleton. I like 2 instead of 1 because 1 is kind of clunky, so I like to have like a second one just in case I draw into it. Next up, we have 1 Orcust Harpor because it is traditional format. Harpor is absolutely amazing. It doesn't matter if you draw it, you can normal summon it, and it's such a good card. I absolutely love Harp, and I definitely think they should free the Harp. Harp is amazing. I love Harp from the bottom of my heart. Next up, we have one of the best ones, of course. We have double Orcust Nightmare. So you bring Nightmare off of Mermaid, that way you always have access to your Orcust engine. And definitely Mermaid and Harp. Mermaid and Nightmare is an amazing combination, and definitely why I'm actually playing the deck as well over here. Next up, for our Phantom Knights part, we have 1 Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak and, of course, 1 Phantom Knights of Silent Boot. So both of these have the same effect of when they are in the graveyard, you can banish them and then add a Phantom Knights card from deck to hand, which will obviously search you the Fog Blade, which is another negate. So next up, we have 1 World Legacy World Wand. So Wand is absolutely amazing as well because it's amazing in the grind, and it's really, you can decide to either run a Gizmek or a Wand, but I like running both because then you can maneuver your situation to whatever scenario you think is best. Next up, for another banned card, we have 1 Magical Scientist. So this card is an instant fusion, literally just 10 times better. So you pay 1,000 life points to special summon one level 6 or lower fusion monster from your extra deck in face-up attack or defense position. It cannot attack your opponent's life points directly and is returned to your extra deck at the end of the turn. This is the equivalent to instant fusion, but the thing is that it's not once per turn. If you realize, yeah, the card is not once per turn, so it's absolutely insane. That's why it was banned, actually. And then, so we use it to bring out, of course, the main man himself, Ojama Knight, from the extra deck. And then, of course, for another, like, one of the best cards in the deck, we have Blackwing, Gofu, the Vague Shadow. So this card is an automatic +2, because you can summon it from your hand and then you get 2 free tokens. So yeah, it's an absolutely nuts card, and it's an automatic access to your Nightmare Engine. So honestly, Gofu is also one of the best cards in the deck. If it was at 3, you'd be running this at 3, even if you're not playing this deck. Any deck, Gofu benefits. Next up, we have 1 Confiscation. So Confiscation is a hell of a card, as you pay 1,000 life points and look at your opponent's hand, select 1 card, and discard it to the graveyard. So I'm actually not running this because it gets rid of a card in my opponent's hand, but actually because it allows me to see it. So I don't want to play into hand traps or Nibiru or anything like that, so Confiscation helps me play around that very easily. Next up, we have Triple Cyber Emergency. This is what searches your Nasher, your Core, your Dragon, your Hers, your Veer, anything you need for the specific situation. One of the best spells in the deck. For our next cyber spell, we have, of course, Cyber Repair Plant. Repair Plant searches your Galaxy Soldier, so it's also a very, very powerful card. And 1 Cyber F System, because it is an extender, and you do like extenders because Appaloosa is a good card, and you know, the more monsters you have, the more options you have to go into Appaloosa. Next up, we have, I'm sure all of you guys know this card, Delinquent Duo. So basically, you pay 1,000 life points, your opponent discards 1 random card from their hand, and if they have any other cards, they discard 1 more of their choice. So it's a better Confiscation, except that you don't look at your opponent's hand. So it's an amazing, amazing card. And Delinquent Duo, you'll definitely be, like, very, very Gucci with this card. It's absolutely amazing. Next up, we have one of the best cards in the game, Graceful Charity. You draw 3 cards and then discard 2. So this is the Upstart Goblin of Upstart Goblins of Upstart Goblins. Literally, this card is so broken, and you have no reason why not to play it. I love this card. Next up, we have Triple Machine Duplication to summon out your Cyber Dragons from deck, so you can go into Infinity, usually on your 5th or 4th summon, or no, on your 5th summon to play around Nibiru. And Machine Duplication and Core Machine Duplication Hers, Machine Duplication Nasher is literally full combo. Absolutely broken. Next up, we have the 1/1-for-1, because 1/1 brings out all of your level 1s, including Nasher, which can bring back your Dingirsu. It can bring out your Veilers if you need Veiler for some random reason. But most importantly, it can bring out your 1-card Orcust Engine, Magical Scientist, because any 2 monsters with different names is full Orcust combo. So just think about it that way. So definitely Magical Scientist, and it's absolutely amazing. And also 1/1 can help you pitch your Nightmare that you drew to the graveyard, so definitely an amazing card. Orchestrated Babel is up next, so you set this off of Galatea, and I'm not running Crescendo because Crescendo is kind of a brick. So yeah, just Babel. Babel's amazing. Of course, next up we have the staple for the ban list, the staple for Yu-Gi-Oh! We have the staple of staples. We have Pot of Greed. So you draw 2 cards. That's the whole thing. But what does it do? I don't know. Just like you draw 2 cards. Pot of Greed is absolutely broken. Definitely the best card in the game, and we are running it, of course, along with 1 Soul Charge. Once again, Soul Charge is absolutely broken. It will summon back your whole graveyard, and you can OTK. Not to mention that you're playing Cyber Dragon, so OTKing is definitely very easy. Next up, we have double Fogblade. So Fogblade, you will set off Bardiche and the Phantom Knights that you send from deck to graveyard. It's an absolutely amazing card, and of course, it is it's a negate. So, and it also stops the World Sword, which is amazing. That is it for the main deck. A couple notes about the main deck, actually. So you'll notice that I'm not running any fusion spells because I'm not actually running the Chimera Tech Rampage or Cyber Twin. I'm also not running Cybernetic Overflow, which is also pretty interesting. And as I said, I'm not running Crescendo. So these are some things that I decided not to do just to improve the consistency of the deck. I definitely think it pays off in such an amazing deck like this, because you won't need those types of cards. Onto the extra deck, we actually have, first off, our fusions. So 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, for Contact Fusion, obviously, and 2 Chimera Tech Mega Fleet. I still think Mega Fleet is better than Fortress. It's, it's just so good. There's nothing much to say about this. Mega Fleet's amazing, and it's also why the Cybergiants are also so good. Next up for Xyz monsters, we have 1 Cybergiant Infinity along with the 1 Nova. Nova is an extender, Infinity stops Nibiru, it's another negate, and both of these cards are absolutely mandatory in the deck. We also have 1 Dingirsu, also why Orcust is actually still a good deck right now. Dingirsu is an absolutely amazing card. It literally plays around every single rule. Targeting, well, it doesn't target. Destroy, it doesn't destroy. So it's such a good card and definitely mandatory in any Orcust variant or build. For our Link monsters, we have 1 Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess because this is an easy 4 negates. So with this and 2 Fog Blades, that's already 6 negates. With Infinity, that's 7 negates. You will have Dingirsu for 2 protections, 7 negates, and then a loaded graveyard. So definitely Appaloosa is broken. Next up, we have our Cybergiant Seeger, one of the best Cybergiant cards. In it enables the easiest OTK in the game of Seeger, Nova, Cybergiant. Super easy, definitely mandatory. We also have 1 Galatea, the Orcust Automaton. So this card is definitely where Orcust comes from, because Orcust without Galatea is unplayable. So Galatea is what sets your Babel, it's what shuffles back. It's a broken card, and you need to run it. Next up, we have, of course, Nightmare Mermaid. So they banned Nightmare Mermaid, but guess what? It's back now. Okay, yeah, so Nightmare Mermaid, you pitch a card and summon Orcust Nightmare, because technically Orcust Nightmare is a Nightmare card, so you can summon that directly from the deck. Next up, we have Nightmare Phoenix, so we can link Nightmare Phoenix directly into Nightmare Mermaid, and that's why any 2 monsters with different names equal full Orcust combo, because you go Phoenix, Mermaid, and Mermaid summon Nightmare, Nightmare into Galatea, and you have a Nightmare Grave. You have Galatea, that's Orcust combo. Not to mention HARP. Yeah, don't forget about HARP. HARP is the GOAT. Next up, we have, of course, the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche. I miss this card. This card's broken. It's 2 negates. It's literally 2 negates. It's on the same level as Auroradon, I think. We also have 1 Almirage along with 1 Linkuriboh, mandatory for the deck, because all the Cybergiants are treated as Cybergiant on the field. So to get them to change their name, or to get a different name on the field, so you're gonna make Almirage or Linkuriboh for a different name, then you have access to the engine of Orcust. We also have 4 magical science, the magical scientists, the Ojama Knight. Yes, the Ojama Knight over here. You can see Ojama Yellow, Ojama Green. Sadly, Ojama Black is not here, but we do have Ojama Knight. So Ojama Knight is our choice to play for magical scientists. And then that is it for the extra deck. For the side deck, I am running 3 Vanny's Fiend over here, because imagine this, you're not gonna be, if you go Nasher and Chain Veer, that's 2 monsters, right? Over here you link into some random thing, and you'll have an extra monster in the end, so you contribute some Vanny's Fiend after full Orcust combo, which I think is absolutely nuts. Next up, we have triple Mystic Mine. So Mystic Mine is an amazing card in the deck because it Vanny's Fiend still works under Mystic Mine, so definitely broken. So 4 Mystic Mines over here with Terraforming. You have triple Dark Ruler, no more, for Adamantipator, along with triple Lightning Storm for when you go second. This is a going first deck, by the way. For the traps, we have 1 Vanny's Emptiness for the equivalent to Vanny's Fiend, also a broken card, and of course the 1 Red Reboot. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the deck. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you did not enjoy the video, hit the dislike button twice just to be sure. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.